Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WWE NXT August 15th, 2018 review. Well, what a fucking hell of a go-home show this was. Definitely a good show. Very enjoyable. A lot of good action. And every aspect on this 1 hour episode, the very little bit of time that they had, that they used to their advantage. They helped produce and sell you this pay-per-view within just 1 hour. That's pretty sad comparison to what WWE does. They give you 2 and 3 hour episodes and they can't sell you jack shit to get you interested in being involved in their pay-per-view. Now, I've heard SmackDown's been pretty decent. They've done some good job here and there on episode after episode. Here and there they've made some mistakes, but overall they've been doing a lot better job than Raw. Whether that may be the case or not, I don't really give a shit. Though I am going to give you guys this much. I'm going to tell you this much going in. After SummerSlam, I'm doing reviews on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. I got to get back to doing things on this channel. I get exhausted from my job. I do apologize for not producing a review on the show that happened last week on August 8th. I did watch it to keep up with the storyline progression. We got a word that there was going to be a triple threat match, but the beginning of this show, continuing it where they left off, they changed the scenario, showing that Aleister Black got attacked in the parking lot. Something similar of what Stone Cold Steve Austin dealt with his career, only without showing him being attacked. He just appeared on the ground with him laying on the ground on his back. Which left a very good hype up for Aleister Black's return. They did a very good job on that. Giving you the hint that who is the attacker of Aleister Black? Who put him out of commission? There's several different scenarios, suspects, people that could be involved in actual injury to Aleister Black based off of this storyline. Even legitimately, though, he is injured. So, very good on NXT's part to add another storyline that will give Aleister Black a reasonable reason and value to the NXT product. He's a very good asset within the company itself. He will produce for this company when he makes it to the main roster, if they use him correctly, that is. But NXT, despite the fact that he had nothing going on except having the NXT title on his shoulder and having a good match with Lars Sullivan, he didn't really get any kind of main event placement within the NXT TakeOver shows. So with this standing, they did a very good job with taking advantage of the injury and giving him something noteworthy when he comes back to use to his advantage to be somewhat more valuable and more interesting to watch. I mean, granted, his character is very good. He's a good in-ring performer. He's got everything he can ask for in a character. He just needed some kind of storyline to grasp your attention and give him momentum and reason to be in the top main event spot. This is definitely going to put him there. Now, aspects based on that, and I am going heavily into this, there's signs that could point to Velveteen Dream, who was standing outside where he was injured. Tommaso Ciampa is a very high probability who injured him, since he was a challenger for the NXT World title. You see Johnny Gargano as the first person that you see walking back into the building as they're going to find out what happened to Aleister Black. Lars Sullivan actually appears in the far background where the injury occurred, so that could be a possibility. You haven't seen him do shit at all lately since he got a broken jaw, so him doing it makes a lot of logical sense. And several other people that have possibilities. EC3 would be a great person for them to go with if they want to turn him heel. So they got a lot of probability and use out of this whole ordeal that they just did. Based on the fact that he legitimately got an injury, they used that to their advantage. Very smart, very intelligent move by NXT Creative by doing this. Very impressed by their outlook and attention to detail, which is very, very important. This alone actually helps you see that attention to detail is a very important thing because it could help open up the doors to new and great possibilities. We had the Street Posse go against the Mighty. This match was actually a very decent match. I was very satisfied with this match. We had Kairi Sane go one-on-one with a female performer who I forgot her name. She went one-on-one. Very good job by NXT to help give you interest and belief that she's got a shot at beating Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. I am actually really bought in somewhat with the idea that Shayna Baszler might lose her title, but I'm still leaning towards Shayna Baszler retaining the championship. We also got a promo video for Adam Cole and Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship. This was a very good package. I really was invested in it. It gave me a lot of definite interest. And I'll tell you what, the way NXT did this episode, I'd have to say this is probably the best episode I've ever seen. And there's probably other episodes that might be better than this that I've never seen before. So if you've seen something that's been better by NXT that was produced just on the weekly television basis, let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, me personally, this was a very good go-home show, hype up. They touched on every little bit that you can possibly catch for their NXT TakeOver show to hype up. So, Adam Cole, Ricochet's video package, fantastic, picture perfect, nailed everything on the head. I mean, personally, they got to the point where the real basis of this storyline is Ricochet wants to bring Prestige to the NXT North American Championship. Ricochet thinks Adam Cole is a great performer, but does he feel that he's a fighting champion? No. He doesn't think that he is deserving to be the champion because of the fact he does not defend the title more often than he should. On Adam Cole's side, it's real simple. He thinks that Ricochet is a good to great wrestler, while he feels he's special. And he feels that at the end of the day, when this match ends, Adam Cole is going to remain the NXT World Heavyweight Champion. Though this match could be an NXT World Title match, but granted, with Tommaso Ciampa and fucking Johnny Gargano being in the last man standing match, that's going to be a hell of a war. But this match here for the NXT North American Championship is definitely noteworthy, possibly even a main event if you wanted to put it there, if you didn't have the world title on the card. So, quite frankly with you guys, I think that this match is going to be a shocker of a match. What else did we have on the show? We had the the package for the Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa saga continuing Now that Aleister Black's out of the picture, they're right back to square one with these two guys heading into the third and big matchup where it's a last man standing match. Very much similar to Shawn Michaels and Triple H. This storyline is completely 100% based on a similar storyline of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They were best of friends, tag team partners, and the other one turned on the other. That's all the whole thing is. Very simple, straight to the point. Just the thing is, Tommaso Ciampa is the guy that makes this whole storyline special. Not even Johnny Gargano, which is shocking for me to say because Johnny Gargano is a very good, fantastic wrestler. He's very entertaining. He's a good technical wrestler. But at the end of the day, it's based on how you can sell it. And Tommaso Ciampa, without a good villain, there's not a good face, a good guy to compete against. And Tommaso Ciampa is outdoing Johnny Gargano great. He's outdoing him in every aspect. He is playing the villain to a T. He's making Triple H look pathetic. If you can believe I'm saying that, that's how I feel. I have never... Honestly, because kayfabe is dead, that people realize that, this shit's just, entertainment-wise shit. It's not to be taken seriously anymore as, you root for the good guy, you boo the bad guy type of thing. People cheer for the good guy and the bad guy. It doesn't matter. They cheer and boo whoever they want. The ones that can get across as a legitimate heel and still can get you to boo them, but they deep down really like you, but boo you anyway because you play such fantastic heel to the T, that's when you are doing your job. When you can get that crowd to hate your guts, to sell them that you are an evil son of a bitch, that's when you got them in the palm of your hand. And that's what you need to do as a heel. Being a heel in professional wrestling nowadays is probably one of the hardest things to do. It's probably the hardest thing to sell. Because people like the good guy, they like the bad guy. They don't care anymore based on good guy, bad guy roles. And who the good guy is, they're going to cheer for. The bad guy, they're going to boo. They don't do that anymore. The whole thing is, they're going to cheer for who they like. They're going to boo for who they don't like. But when they like you, but they're still going to boo you because you're a fucking dick from the character you're playing, you've done your job. And Tommaso Ciampa, he's the greatest heel going. He's the only thing that I think, if you wanted to have Roman Reigns succeed as a face, he's the only guy. But here's the thing. There's not enough heels out there to compete with Roman Reigns to keep that going for him to stay as a face. So, honestly, who fucking cares? Roman Reigns would play a great heel. Reason being, fans can't stand him from the start. They don't like him for who he is. They think he's phony baloney. They don't like his character, and they sure as hell don't like him. So, why fight it? Go along with the program. Make Roman Reigns a heel. You get him over as a heel. Oh, you're not getting what you want? Well, tough fucking shit. Sorry to go on the Roman Reigns rant, but he's the most intriguing person to talk about because it's stupidity that drives me crazy to why they keep thinking this face deal is going to keep working for Roman Reigns, and it's not. And I'll tell you what, SummerSlam I am not looking forward to at that main event. I hope it's short, sweet, to the point, ends in 2 minutes. I hope it ends in less than 5 fucking minutes. I do not want to sit through a 10-minute match with those two. I think the whole thing is trash. And they need to treat it as is. Trash. Get it over with, get it done, and move on. And I mean quick. No 15-minute match. Fuck that shit. Get rid of that crap. But getting back to the NXT show itself. We had Velveteen Dream hyping up his match with EC3. boy, I don't know what to choose from out of this match card for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. I really don't. Every match on this card intrigues me. It makes me want to watch. It makes me care about the characters that are in the match. I'm super impressed by NXT's creative team. Everything that they've done leading up to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, they have done a fantastic job. Superb, excelente, 100% on the money to a T. Unbelievable. We had Tyler Bate go up against, going back to the hype up with Velveteen Dream and EC3. Velveteen Dream just keeps getting more and more interesting to me. I become more and more invested with him the more I see him. He's got more of a masculine look with a Shawn Michaels kind of attitude. Kind of a, gayish, S-gay kind of attitude, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to because it's not coming across as is. It seems more masculine with a little pizzazz and I don't know the word you would want to use, dazzling, whatever the fuck you want to say. It seems too, risque, not risque, but, more along the lines of, Hollywood type attitude. And that is something that Velveteen Dream is adapting to. He is evolving into that. I think if he broke away from the whole feminine type look where he seems like he's gay, but in reality he's really not, and he just was Velveteen Dream, the ass kicker with a cocky attitude, I think he'd get away with it. I think he would work well with that character. But what he's doing right now is fine by me. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a fucking thing. It works. Don't change it. And it is working. Nothing that this guy is doing is making me turn my head the other way. I hope he beats EC3. EC3's only been there for a couple of months, while Velveteen Dream's been there for almost a year. The guy had a great match with Ricochet, and honestly, in this one, he deserves a win. I honestly feel that is the right decision. Velveteen Dream does not deserve to have back-to-back-to-back losses. This man deserves to have a good... I believe that EC3 and him are going to have a great matchup, but I think at the end of the day, I think Velveteen Dream deserves to have the win. EC3 needs to have the loss. He can take a loss at this point. He's been getting momentum under his belts, under his belt, and he'll be okay. I think they can make him bounce back from a loss to Velveteen Dream based on the way Velveteen Dream has evolved and moved up as a character. So I think Velveteen Dream deserves to have this win to get a break within the win and loss column. At that point, I think they need to move him into the NXT North American Championship or possibly the NXT World Title picture. Or make him get into the hunt towards the NXT World Title until maybe WrestleMania. And I think maybe at WrestleMania he should win the NXT World Title or NXT North American Championship. One of the two. But he deserves to get a championship under his belt. Let's see, what else? Tyler Bate and Roderick Strong, excellent matchup with a little bit of time that they had left on the show. I think they used their time very wisely. They made the match very interesting for a main event match that had very limited time, and I was very impressed by them as well. Their tag team match is going to be good. I mean, I enjoyed both of their matches that they had, and this one I think is going to be nothing different. I think it's going to be the same thing. Very good action. The end result will be Undisputed Era winning and retaining the tag team titles. This is a hell of a show coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't miss this for anything. I know that you can watch it and stream it anytime you want, but I would recommend watching it live as it happens. My reason to that is there's nothing on this card that doesn't say you shouldn't watch. Every match has a reason, a purpose, and a value to it. There's something for every single match. And I'm proud and happy to be able to say that this is a show I'm going to be enjoying to watch personally live. And I'm going to be watching it from beginning to end. And then I'm going to review it right here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and try to get you guys my preview and prediction videos out before Sunday. And I'm going to do the NXT... Actually, I did NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Here's my my review, my predictions and preview on this. I honestly think that for the North American Championship, I think that Adam Cole is going to retain. I think he should. Ricochet, I think, needs to have a little bit more time with some more matches under his belt before he gets into being a champion. Velveteen Dream, EC3. Already stated, Velveteen Dream needs to win. Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the Women's Championship. I think Shayna Baszler is going to walk out with a small chance that Kairi Sane might win the Women's Championship, but I'm leaning more towards Shayna Baszler retaining her Women's Championship. She's a freaking beast in the ring. She performs at a credible rate, and she's a very believable character and very realistic in my mind. So she gives you a feeling of realism towards her matches instead of just some bogus, entertaining bullshit storyline that we all know to love. But she gives us more realism than anything else. So that's why I think she's going to retain the title. Who else? The NXT World Championship. I feel that the NXT World Championship, we are going to see Tommaso Ciampa retain the title. I really don't think Johnny Gargano is going to win this belt. I think he's going to be out of the title picture for a little while. And I think at WrestleMania weekend, or possibly Survivor Series weekend, whichever one of those two they decide, I think they need to have this in a Hell in a Cell match. That's where I think this needs to lead to. I think Tommaso Ciampa needs to beat Johnny Gargano, retain his title at Brooklyn, and have Johnny Gargano for the remaining months up to Survivor Series to face Tommaso Ciampa in a Hell in a Cell match, earning him another shot at #1 contendership for the world title. And if he doesn't win, he no longer can challenge for the title as long as Tommaso Ciampa is the champion. And that's how I feel about that. Trying to think, is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think I am. Nailed all 4 titles in the 1 singles match. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have to say on this show. I think this is going to be an awesome NXT TakeOver event, and I wouldn't miss it for anything else. If anything, this should be on fucking pay-per-view. Fuck SummerSlam. This should be on pay-per-view for $59.99. This is worth every penny for that kind of money, and we only have to pay $9.99. So hell of a fucking job by NXT, and thanks for the fucking money saver you're giving us for not charging us $59.99 to watch this outstanding pay-per-view. So anyway, guys, leave your comments and opinions down below. I thank you guys very much for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and also hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great night.